Okay, so the first topic we're going to talk about is teaching vocabulary, which is the pre-active phase. If you forgot about the learning cycle, then we do have a picture of that on the website that you can check. The first thing to remember when teaching vocabulary is that you need to select only the most important vocabulary to teach. There's a lot of new vocab that's introduced in every unit, in every chapter, as you could see in the chart in the book. When you're introducing vocabulary, you want to start with what students know and build on it. Provide multiple exposures to the vocabulary term so that they can get used to hearing it. If possible, plan an activity where the students will begin to use the new terminology. Teach the word to promote transfer between different subject areas and between different classes. Then have the students explain the term in their own word. This helps them to demonstrate understanding and learn the topic better. Lastly, whenever you're in class, you should be immersing students in a word-rich culture. Encourage them to use the new vocabulary, past vocabulary that you've introduced, etc. A couple of strategies for teaching vocabulary are: 1. Hands-on experience. It's not possible with every vocab term. However, if there's a really important concept, it really helps students to have a manipulative to learn with. In-class presentation is probably the most common type of vocab strategy. This is where you as the teacher will talk about the vocabulary word, define it, probably write it on the board, and just do a quick presentation to the students. It's maybe not the best method, but it is effective, especially when you have a couple of vocabulary words to get through. Creating possible sentences is a fun unit starter. You can list all of the most important vocabulary for that unit and have students start trying to create sentences, not worrying about whether it's the most accurate information or not. And then afterwards you can go back and look at the sentences and possibly choose the ones that you think might actually be the most accurate or the most true. Semantic mapping would be where you start with a vocab word, in this case nervous system, and students will start brainstorming what they already know about that. And then the teacher can add things in. In this case, once they said the nervous system was connected to the brain somehow, the teacher had listed different parts of the brain that they would be learning in the future. Another type of semantic mapping that's a little more specific is concept definitions. In this you can see there's a category, properties, and illustrations. So it gives students more of a branching off point to understand. Semantic feature analysis would be checking off all of the different features that a word has. In this case, the vocab words are different foods, and students are learning all the different categories that those foods might fall under. Visual association is maybe one of the best ways of teaching vocabulary if you can. In this, you would have 4 different boxes. If you can do a picture, some examples, a definition, and then if there's any prefixes or suffixes that the students can recognize. A specific type of this is the Freyer model. In this, you put the word in the center, and you would have essential characteristics, non-essential characteristics, examples of it, and non-examples of it. This is an excellent technique for a very difficult vocab word.